Hi, you guys. Let me tell y'all something. When you see me writing and I post it, that is instructions. That's what that is. That be instructions. I write and I write and I write. I don't just write. I write because God allowed me to write. And it be instructions. If I post it, it be instructions. I know sometimes my handwriting be bad, or sometimes my phone it just ain't good enough. But at least you can see the the verse and the chapter if you can't see all the words, because it's already broke down for you. But it is for you to go and read it at least and get what God is trying to tell us. Because the days and the months that we are approaching, we gonna need God wisdom. It can't be by our own might. It can't be by our own sight. It can't be by our own hearing. But it has to be by God's. Ecclesiastic 9:11. He said when he returned and saw under the sun that the race is not for the swift, the battle is not for the strong. He said, nor for the wise, not even for the rich man, or for the one who have the skills. But this is for this time we in. It's a change that is happening to all of us. So you're not going to be able to do this fight how the Olympics teaches us the best shall win because they run the fastest, or the best shall win because they swim the fastest, or the best shall win because the scores that they scored was better than others. No. This battle that we are fighting is the final battle, and it is the one who have the Spirit of God and that could hear him and be obedient to him and listen to his wisdom is going to win. Period. No doubts about it. So I just hope you take heed and really go and look at what God is trying to tell us. He said the knowledge of God is man's glory. You been looking for to be glorified? That's going to be your glory. And I dare you to think that your glory should be other than what you think it should be, when he knows what's best. God said, the Father said that God's knowledge is man's glory. He said, the Lord let not the wise man glorify in his wisdom, nor let the mighty man glorify in his might. Let not the rich man glorify in his riches. But in Psalms 33, it says, praise to the Lord for his creation. There is no king save. But in Psalms 33, it says, praise to the Lord for his creation. There is no king. It says, a mighty man is not delivered by much strength. Then he talks about A hearse is a vain thing, nor shall be delivered in his by his own great strength. Okay. But behold, the eyes of the Lord is upon them that fear him, upon them that hope in his mercy. Everything is about him. Nothing about man. It says to deliver thee soul from death, to keep them alive in the famine. Judgment on Israel. Amos 2:14 and 15. Well, I'm going to do 14. Therefore the fight shall perish from the swift, and the strength shall not strengthen his it wouldn't strengthen you. Nor shall the mighty deliver himself, nor the mighty men escape, nor shall my sword save me. Meaning the words, your words, only God's words, only God's sword gonna be able to save you. Sometimes you hear people saying certain things like pray from your heart and pray from this. No, God teaches us how to pray. He tells us how to say our Father prayer. He give us instructions, and people don't take heed because people learn how to be smart, but in the world, and not be smart in God, because God is the way, the truth, and the light, and that is the only way that you will be able to move on this green pasture, to be in the hills, the holy hills, with God being safe and covered. A prayer for help. Give us help from trouble, for vain is the help of man. Vain is the help of man. Everything, no matter what we do, God is telling us in this time, if you're not in it when it happened, everything, the strength, everything gonna fail you. If you're not in it now, you ain't gonna be in it later at all. How could we? Putting on the whole armor of God, it's not just reading from the whole armor of God. You have to break that stuff down. And it start off with child and parents. And it say, children, obey your parent. That is the first commandment from God. That is how we are putting on the armor. We are starting off with this commandment from God. People teaches us certain things, but when you get your information from the Father, you can't go wrong because it's moving by faith. It don't matter if I don't know how to read or not. I move by faith, knowing that God is telling me this, and I'm putting my trust in Him. When I put my trust in Him, I get the download automatically. So let's say, example, you're gonna start off at 6:1, and it says children and parents. It says, children, obey your parents in the Lord, for this is right. Now that's the first thing it's telling you to do. Now you are preparing yourself to put on the armor. Let's just say when you wake up in the morning time and you getting ready for school. You have to prepare yourself to get ready for school, right? So what you do? You get up, you might say your prayers, you might go brush your teeth, wash your face, fix your hair. Just get ready. Prepare yourself. So that way when you walk out the door, you are what? You are fully dressed for school. And so that's how the armor are. But God is teaching you that you can't just put on the armor. You have to know what the gear is for. When you put when you grab when you brush your teeth while getting prepared, this is for when you speak so your breath won't be stink. You know that when you're washing your face, this is for to wash your face so you won't have cold or nothing on your, on your face. You know, when you comb your hair, this is for when you walk out the door, you look decent. You know, when you put on your school uniform, this is for the enter school, because you cannot enter into the school without your uniform. You know, with your book sack, when you put on your book sack, you know you got to put your books and your homework in there, because this is your tools you need to go to school with. This is the tools you need. And so this is the same way with the armor of God. You can't just have the armor. You can't just go to school and not have a book sack, or you can't just go to school and have a book sack without having your uniform on. Like, it's all fit into one. You know what I'm saying? The school have rules just like God have rules. So obeying your parents is the first step of putting on your armor, preparing yourself. Then it says in Proverbs 6:20, it says, be aware. It says, my son, keep your father's commandment and do not forsake your mother's law. It says, saying of the wise, listen to your father who begotten you, and do not forsake your mother when she is old. That's God saying, these things are what's going to bring you into the future. You get long life with these things. The armor of God is not just you putting on a physical. A armor of God is not you just putting on a spiritual armor, but you also have to put on a physical by doing the commandments that God teaches us to do, by being obedient. Now, what happened to our generations is our parents didn't knew these rules, or they knew these rules and just didn't listen and obey their parents. I'm just like last year ago, I have it on my Instagram channel, which I deleted my Instagram. I have like 7,000 followers. I had 8,000, but I'm deleting it because I don't know. It's just something about it that just I'm deleting. But what I'm saying is, I had the armor of God on there and I broke it down. But when I broke it down, today is more different to me than then. I'm more wiser now than then. So it's always a pleasure to read God's word and restore yourself every day. Get the every day, because somebody's telling us today that you probably missed out the last time. So, yes, and it says the Christian home. This is how the Christian home should be built. Like I was telling y'all, what happened was, reason why God is telling us to honor our mother and our father, because our mother and our father was supposed to have the instruction. Just like their mother and father was supposed to have the instruction, because these instructions is something that we have to keep for a lifetime. This is how we keep up with our God. This is how we don't get deceived by the enemy. But what happened was, we got deceived by the enemy because some kind of way we forgot who we were as people. We forgot who what is our real culture. Like, what do? We are kids that praise our God. But we forgot how to do those things. And so we are kids that always having on the armor of God. Always in prayer. Always having the gospel of peace, because we know the truth about our God. Always having on our breastplate of salvation, because every day salvation is given to us. We know we saved every. Like, these are important in our life. This is very important to us. But it's in a Christian home, children, obey your parents in all this, for this is well pleased to the Lord. And by this well pleasing to the Lord, this will give you everlasting life in the land. This will help you to live longer in the land. But when we're not taught these things, this is why God said, my kids, my people perish from the lack of knowledge, because where the knowledge at? I didn't even know this. Like, I heard about it, but I didn't know it. Just like I knew about not to go have, I don't mean to speak in this way, but I knew not to go deal with a boyfriend or get a boyfriend, because I know what could happen. But nobody never explained it and broke it down to me that really what could happen. So now this is me breaking down and explaining how to put on the full true armor of God. Not skipping nothing, not lacking nothing, not trying to do it in the American way where we got to do it so fast and get there so fast. No, it's not about that. It's about putting it in your heart. God's words belong in our heart. God's words is not something that we keep using in vanity. It's not like your job. It's not like your house, your car, your apartment. It's not like that. It's a lifetime. This thing is something that you move and bring on with you in lifetime. Reason why God said keep it in your heart, because remember, we are born. We are people that are born with issues from out our heart. We have issues, and something, and part of that issue is the knowledge that we have within each other. Why can't that be part of our issue? Something we issue alone to one another. Why it always got to be the bad stuff that we issue alone to one another? Why it can't be God's way? We keep trying to do it our way, and our ways keep failing us because God is letting us know it's not about our strength, it's not about our might. It's all about Him and His way. Only He know the truth. And if we don't believe in the truth and we don't see His truth, then we fail and lack at everything we do. Reason why I'm saying this is because when the devil give us a dream, he give us the cars, the clothes, the money, the fame. He give us everything that is physical, that we could see. But when God give us this marvelous truth, God show us in the spiritual room, and He also show us how to manifest it through Him. And He give us no lies, no hiccups, no bruise. He can even let us know, oh, you want that car? That car might give out on you. It might get in a bad wreck. It might shorten your life before your life was supposed to be shortened. But what happened was you let the devil fool you and get in that car. Because like God said, if you have a child, would you give your child a serpent? Would you give him a good gift, or would you give him a bad gift? And God is going to give us a good gift. But He also going to give us the desires of our heart. But He's going to let us know your will or my will. My will, I'm going to give you the desires of your heart, but I'm going to let you understand and know that this wasn't good for you. So I got another desire that you don't even know about. But I know when I show it to you, you're going to love it. It's going to be better than the first desire you had. But with all that being said, putting on the true armor of God, that's the first chapter of putting on the true armor of God. And we're going to continue this, learn this. I'm going to post it and learn this first step of how to put on the armor of God. And remember that it dwells within you. And I love you guys. Mwah.